Okay, welcome back to my channel. This is for Gemini. And what I'm seeing here, Gemini, is you have some good cards, although nothing major arcana. So it looks like there is just some day-to-day kind of things that are going on for you in the month of April. What I would say here is that there is still some strong energy around uh, getting clear on some ideas, some events, or some things that you're trying to make happen. I do see very strong energy here of trying to get clear, and certainly you do have a lot of creative activity going on here, but there's also a real sense of stress over your position, over your authority, over your calm, cool, collected nature seems to be compromised here. I would say that there's an energy of juggling in multiple areas, and certainly I do combine decks on this one. So what I'm seeing here is there's some things yet to be revealed. So with the High Priestess, this is further out, and of course it's following after many clarifiers. I just wanted to get a better idea. It does look like there is a significant connection here that is going to help to clarify some things here for you. But the fact that you have the lovers and so it looks like a decision is being made of some sort with that Ace of Swords. And I feel like you're trying to, I don't know that it's specifically, maybe I should just pull one more card on that one. Because is that a connection? Is that a connection with the Lover's card? And the Ace of Swords. What is that? Could be a business partnership as well that you're trying to get some clarity on. Let's just pull that one. Yeah, it's about your resources, about your finances. It's definitely about trying to get clear on how you can advance something in partnership with someone else or in partnership with, some kind of alliance of some sort here. So it's like you're trying to get clear on that. You are going to get the answer. You are going to get the solution to something here. But it looks like you have a new idea as well to kind of bring something about. Because the Lover's card, like I said, doesn't necessarily have to relate to relationship, but it's certainly a choice of some sort, and it feels like you're getting clear on that because you are, with the Ace of Swords, there's something here about a difficult decision where you're trying to get clear on your sense of purpose going forward in terms of finances, and your resources and how you're going to change something or create a new beginning with that in mind. There could also be a sense of sacrificing something because of that conclusion. It does indicate that there is possibly something with a partnership where you're going to have to, come from a logical perspective and able to make this decision. So it's got to be some kind of a new level of understanding in that kind of situation of a choice of sorts. But either way, let's go start with that Ace of Wands either way. So Ace of Wands, of course, is a new idea you've got at hand that you want to take action on, and it does look like there's some good news ahead with that. However, undisclosed sort of information yet. Nothing has really come to light as to what's going to happen there. So I would say that, you're not going to figure it out here in the month of April, but there is definitely something here speaking to information that you can't yet know because all the pieces have not yet fallen into place is really what I would say there. But it does look like it's going to be more of a positive in regards to, quick information coming in with that Knight of Wands as well. Quick information coming in about it, whatever it is, it's positive. We also have, like I said, that the King of Cups. I feel like this is somebody who normally would be calm, cool, collected, but there's also that energy around the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're really worried about something. I think it's like you're really worried about an enterprising vision or an idea that you have, that you're just not really sure about how that's going to, kind of operate in the month of April, if something's going to bring about a resolve that you're looking for, probably in around finances, given the Two of Pentacles. But it just feels like you're not quite sure of something there. Like I said, the King of Cups does indicate that this could be, would suspect you. It's a water sign though, usually, but Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could also be relevant. But I feel like your emotions are not quite in check. There could be a level of disruptive words, that kind of thing that could be taking place. But either way, I still feel like this is that sign of follow your intuition. It's, a call to, you'll find your answers when you kind of leave yourself more open. When you block yourself off, you block yourself off from resolution to things as well. But either way, I do still feel like there's a lot of juggling going on, a lot of uncertainty in this month for you, about how your ideas are going to manifest here. Um, Definitely still feels like you're worried that there won't be enough of something, and I also feel like there is some juggling going on in terms of the finances. So you may not have all of what you need there, but it looks like you're getting clear on how to, and you could be working with someone, like I said, in terms of a partnership to kind of find the solution to the problem. So it doesn't feel like you're all alone in this scenario here, but it certainly does feel as though, there's a lot of uh, excesses or things that you're still trying to figure out. You don't really have all the answers here to really make a solid decision about anything, because there's some things that are still yet to reveal, like I said, with that high priestess card. So, yeah, in terms of finances, I would still say that you have hope for a situation, for things to, you know, this new adventure or whatever this is that is kind of a heart-based project. I feel like you feel like it has a lot of options or potential in it, but you're just not feeling that yet. There's a lot of fluctuation in your moods here as well, a lot of fluctuation with your ideas. Something along that line, like when I say you're getting clear on the ideas, but it's almost like there's a fluctuation on what you think the result will be of those ideas, something along that feeling. So your deepest feelings are more of, not feeling that you're in control of a situation, and feeling, you don't really quite feel like you've got a handle on it, I guess is what I want to say there. The other part of it is again, still minor arcana here that you're dealing with, so it's not going to be anything of huge consequence. But the Two of Pentacles does indicate that there is still that sense of not being sure of, your finances, of where things are at. You're still kind of in that space of expectation. You're still trying to figure out things in terms of how to move something ahead. I would say you're still also, one thing is still affecting the other. And so because of that, you're just not sure which way to go yet until something plays out. It's all of those kinds of things. It's not necessarily bad, but it's a period of uncertainty is what it feels like. So it just feels like you're trying to balance it out here yet, even though there's not, and once, of course, you make adjustments and you see information come in, you'll be able to make more adjustments. Nothing is written in stone. All energy is fluid. It'll always be changing. So it's based on your decisions. Therefore, it does affect timing for all of you. So your decisions will, therefore create new outcomes for each of you. It'll be different. This is just the energy that's surrounding you at this time for the month of April. But either way, you're trying to strike a balance, and I do feel like you are getting that balance, because we do end up with the two of or the lovers here at the end, which of course is a two, and that is a card of balance. So there is something to be said here that you will find a resolve in this time of uncertainty, and you just need to find a way to adapt and be flexible and negotiate things out, and then you'll find the harmony at the end of the month of April. But either way, right now, I just feel like you might be spreading yourself a little bit too thin in some areas. Even in regards to your work, you're just not sure whether or not there will be material growth, things along that line. And so because of that, again, there could be, on a positive as well, though, there could be something with this new idea that there could also be a new job up ahead for some of you, that could be coming in, which would be as an offer that would be, not really sure as to whether or not you get it yet, because of this card of High Priestess being uncertain. But at least the option is there, and there could be an interview process, but it's not yet determined as to whether or not you'd get it. So, like I said, there's still just a lot of weighing things out. You're still on the upper hand of things, but it's still, Yeah, still not a lot of specific detail as to whether or not, because I guess it looks to me as though you've got some decisions to make before any real conclusions come in here. And it looks like you've got some options though, and that's what's most important. Having the options means that you have some kind of potential, and you can't go wrong when you're, I was saying in another reading for others that there's a life path number, and then there's also the number for the year that we are currently in. So this is something new to me that I'm going to start exploring, but it's numerology. And so how it works, it's not astrology, but it's numerology. So how it works is you're actually taking your date of birth, your first name, your middle name, your last name, and your date of birth. So that'd be your day, month, and year. And you're adding all of those and converting them into numbers. So for example, that would be your life path. So if you were to take take the letter A, that would be number 1. B would be number 2, and they run in 9-year cycles. So once you reach the number 9, it starts at number 1 again. So whatever letter you're on then becomes the number 1 after you go through the 9 cycle. So what'll happen is, let's say your life path cycle would be a number 1. It would be you having to be a leader in a particular in your life. You'd have to be a leader in whatever sphere you sort of, let's say 2024, I think falls into an 8 path, which means that, you'd want to be following, sorry, my cat's in the room, slightly distracting. But it would mean that you would be trying to do things in a leadership format in whatever it is that you're falling into. So if it's a year of finances, which I believe it is for the year of 8, then you want to take charge of your finances. I'm not saying that's your life path. You'd have to add up your numbers to your name and all of that, and calculate all that out before you would know um, whether or not it's creativity that you need to be doing with money or whatever. Because if you are in the life path of 3, for example, um, more creative expression and that kind of thing, creative ideas and the ways that how you would approach money, because this is a year of money. So again, wherever you fall in that life path, when you choose to do your life path in that number that you are intended to express yourself, life gets easier. But if you're resisting, for example, let's say it was a number 1 life path where you are supposed to take a leadership role and you're choosing to sit back, life would get harder because you're not expressing yourself in the energy that you were intended. So again, you'd have to figure out what your numbers are for the life path. And again, I believe it's just adding up, your date, your birth, the date of birth and all of that. But then there's also the path for the year that we're in, which I believe the cycle is number 8 again. But I'm going to do more research on that. But again, that was something that I've been exploring through some other podcasts that I follow, which is some very renowned people. But either way, easier is better than hard. So it might be something to explore if you are finding challenges at this time in your life. But either way, things are still looking pretty good and still fairly balanced, and you still have some ideas and you still have some things to look forward to. So do not fret. I'm just saying that there is still something that's undisclosed here yet, and it looks like a decision has to be made before any of that materializes. But either way, you're still keeping things in check, still trying to stay on top of things with a rational, logical mind would be your advice. And certainly, again, there's still a lot of anxiety around how you're going to execute things to balance out your resources. But we will find out in May how things are looking, but keep moving forward. Don't give up. A lot of these cards are, again, except for the Lover's card, which is the major arcana, and that still represents balance. So even though there's a significant decision of some sort that you have to make and able to get clear on how you want to move ahead, it's still cards of balance. Nothing out of balance here, even though you feel like you're out of balance. So that's what I have for you, Gemini, in the month of April. Keep moving forward.